god, these made it to the list? Is this sacrilege for me to vote for a book that I didn't read yet? I think it's okay. Oh my god, Eve Brown. Oh my god. Okay, I did read that. Okay, I forgot these came out. Okay, wait, never mind. I apparently know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I hated that book so much. 1 star all around. Oh, Laura's here? Okay, well, obviously we're voting against Lore. Hey, I'm Rachel, this is Let Me in the Library, and today I thought it would be really fun if we could go together and vote on the Goodreads Choice Awards together. So the only things I know about this so far is that this year there are no write-ins. Usually you are able to write in a title that you think should win for each of the categories. The categories might be something like fiction, nonfiction, fantasy, sci-fi, etc. and so forth, romance. So I don't think I've read enough of every genre to really truly cast a very educated vote, but I do think you should use your voice and vote where possible. So I know that you can't do any write-ins this year, which is a little bit strange and out of the ordinary. And the only other thing I know about the Goodreads Choice Awards, because I haven't looked at it, is the whole drama with Kristoff. But we will get there when we get there. But first, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Ana Luisa. So Ana Luisa has once again sent me some very lovely pieces to show to you. And I just want to take a couple minutes and just talk about what they're all about and let you know that they're actually having their biggest sale of the year right now. First off, I have this beautiful piece. This is called the D pendant, which is so funny. But the D pendant looks like this. It is super sparkly. And when I first got it, I was like, is this actually going to be as high quality as I was promised? And every single time, it is. Very sustainable, beautiful jewelry that is still really high quality without sacrificing ethics. I have been working on kind of upgrading my wardrobe and my jewelry, and Ana Luisa is extremely affordable for what it is. One of the other things that I want to show you are some earrings that I got. The Elise Double. They are super cute. They have these 2 hanging diamonds, literally going to pierce my ears just so I could wear these because they are so cute. I did manage to get my mother to very kindly model these for you so that way I can show you how beautiful this jewelry is. So these are these Anna Marble Blue earrings, and they are just stunning. These I feel like have a very mature but also playful look to them. I just want you to focus in on this. Look at this. Ana Luisa is actually 100% carbon neutral and water neutral, and I think that's a really great achievement, especially for a jewelry brand, because that is not easy to do. And they use a lot of recycled materials whenever possible, so it's just definitely a company that actually cares about the planet. And you know that I love this jewelry because I'm literally always wearing what they've already sent me in all of my videos. I highly, highly recommend that you get some of your own if you can, because they're having their best sale of the year right now for Black Friday, and you don't even have to wait for Black Friday. You can do it right now. If you buy one item, you can get another one for 60% off, and these are already kind of a steal at the current price, so even more of a steal. And with that, let's get right into the actual meat and potatoes of the video, which is to react to the Goodreads Choice Awards and see what foolishness is going on here. Hopefully not too much foolishness. Hopefully it's just voting on titles and nothing too crazy, but you never know. You never know. There's always something going on in this community, and let's just react to it together. Now let us go and vote on the best books of 2021 and see what is available. So we're going to vote in the opening round. It says the choice is yours. Vote for the best books of the year in the 13th annual Goodreads Choice Awards, the only major book awards decided by readers. I feel like all books awards should be decided by people who read the books. Round is closing pretty soon, in a little bit over a week, so let's go through it. Okay, nominees on my shelves: House of Hollows, which I did not read, and The Final Girl Support Group, which I did read. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, we have quite a few categories here. We have 17 categories. Let's just go through them and we'll react to them. I don't know if I'm going to vote in every single round, but at least let's see what each one has. So we're going to click fiction first. Okay, so Beautiful World, Where Are You? I know quite a few people who are very, very happy that this book exists. Do I know much about it? Not really. The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I didn't even know he was still writing books. The Reading List. Cloud Cuckoo Land I know of. I haven't read that one yet. Dial A for Aunties. Oh, that book was so much fun. That was such a fun book. I love that book. That Summer, The Guncle, I have that on audio, but I haven't read it yet. 1, 2, 3, Oh William. I've not heard of a lot of these. Detransition Baby I have heard of. We Are the Brennans. Okay, Christine is always saying that that's such a good book. Okay, so the only ones on here that I have actually read, actually the only one, yeah, the only one I've actually read on here is Dial A for Aunties. I don't know if that should win the fiction category. I think it could win in like a comedy category maybe, because it was really funny. I feel like people are gonna come for me if I vote for that, but it's the only one I read, so I'm gonna vote for it. And it was really fun. Let's move on to the next category, which is mystery and thriller, which I'm excited about. I have read... Oh no, maybe I haven't read all of these. Oh no! Okay, wait. Okay. Alright. Let's start from the beginning. I'm getting too excited. I'm only gonna call it the ones I've heard of. Okay, so the last thing he told me I've heard of. I've heard Rock, Paper, Scissors is really good, and I really want to read it. I read Local Women Missing recently, and it was entertaining, but did I love it or like it a lot? Not really. I gave that one like kind of 2 stars, maybe like a little more than just 2 stars, but it was all right. The Maidens, that's been going around for a while. The Push I've heard is fantastic. Oh my gosh, Razorblade Tears. Everyone is saying that is so good. I feel like The Wife Upstairs and Arsenic and Adobo I've heard some like mixed things about. Oh man. Now this is hard. How would I vote in this? The only one that I read of here I didn't really like that much. I'm going to trust my friends and vote for a book that I haven't read, but I've heard is really good from people who have similar taste as me. Is this sacrilege for me to vote for a book that I didn't read yet? I think it's okay. Okay, I'm going to vote for Razorblade Tears, and we're going to move on. I thought I was going to have read more of that. I really don't think I'm going to have anything for historical fiction at all. I haven't read much of this. Heard good things about The Hour of the Witch and Opal and Nev, but I think Casey read Opal and Nev and said it was more of like a high 3-star. Ooh no, The Lost Apothecary. Okay, so this is just me like reacting to stuff in my November TBR that I didn't like. So I read The Lost Apothecary and I thought it was okay, but I was pretty mad that like nothing happened. And whenever something happened, it would happen again because we were in 2 timelines. So the one in the past, something would happen, and in the present, they would just find out that thing happened and react to it again. And it just got old fast. I felt like there was going to be a lot more to that, and there really just wasn't. That was very disappointing for me. Oh, Malibu Rising! Okay, I did read that. I loved Malibu Rising, so I'm going to vote for that one. That one was so good. I forgot that was a historical fiction, technically, but yeah, that was a great book. That was a 5-star for me, and I really wasn't expecting that to be such a high rating. Okay, fantasy time, let's go! Okay, The Unbroken, Jasmine Throne, and She Who Became the Sun. The classic sapphic trifecta. I've only read She Who Became the Sun, so I haven't read the others yet. The Jasmine Throne is on my November TBR, so I didn't do this on purpose to read all these books from these categories, but here I am. I've heard such good things about The Wolf and the Woodsman, so I do want to read that. Master of Jinn also I need to read, and Ariadne. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, so this is the category. Oh my god, these made it to the list? Hold on. So this is the category with the J. Kristoff thing, so I'm going to talk about this for a second. J. Kristoff wrote Empire of the Vampire, and if you don't know, J. Kristoff is quite problematic. He has definitely appropriated several cultures, and when he was asked about research that he did for writing Storm Dancer, which draws a lot from Japanese culture, he was like, oh, I ate a bunch of Pocky, and I watched anime, and I read Wikipedia pages, and I slept on top of, like, I don't know, like he slept on manga or something, and he was like, oh, and my friends like shouted Japanese at me while I was like, it wasn't a serious answer. It was just like such a weird response for someone to say like, what research did you do to prove that you are, using this culture in a more appreciative way rather than an appropriative way? And it was a very poor answer. And beyond that, he has behaved pretty poorly in terms of a Black booktuber called him out about something, and he said like, oh, don't listen to all of this baseless noise or something like that. And so add this to the long list of ways he is not behaving well, because I think some of his fans commented on an Instagram post saying, like, how come Empire the Vampire isn't on the Goodreads Choice Awards list? And Goodreads account responded saying it's based on the numbers, and they said, oh really? And then they started saying, like, how come this book got approved and how come this book got approved? Because Empire the Vampire got more reviews and ratings and whatever, blah blah blah. And like, okay, that's something that like maybe could be addressed in some way, but then the weird thing was that Kristoff basically took a screenshot of that and posted it on his Instagram story. So it's kind of like, you should do something about this. And I think he tagged Goodreads too. Lou basically made a YouTube video that is a rant review of Empire the Vampire. And it's a very good review. And it is not for the faint of heart, but it is very good. And I'm going to link that. Let's get back to the books. So, Ariadne, I want to read. Under the Whispering Door, I have not read that. Sorrowland, I really want to read by River Solomon. That one, I really want to read. Also, that was one of the ones that, like, Kristoff's fans were like, how come that got on the Goodreads list, but Empire the Vampire didn't? But it's like, Sorrowland is a book by a Black non-binary author, and it tells a pretty important story versus vampire porn that is literally a knockoff of The Witcher. So, anyway, I want to read that. A Court of Silver Flames, I have not read. Oh my god. That book is so long. I used to think that was a novella, and now I know it's like 800 pages or something of just porn. So, Last Graduate, I did not read that. I forgot that book existed. I've heard great things about The Inheritance of Orcada Divina, and I've heard bad things about The Witch's Heart. I've heard fantastic things about For the Wolf. And I did read The Chosen and the Beautiful, and I thought it was okay, but I'm not very much like a Great Gatsby gal, so did not do that much for me. So, what are we gonna vote for? That is the question. So the only book on here I've actually read is She Who Became the Sun, which I thought was good. That book had great disabled rep, non-binary rep, trans rep. Actually, I'm not sure if they were non-binary, but I know there was good trans rep in there. And I don't know, like, I really enjoyed it, and also, like, there was sapphic romance and queer romance, and I just thought it was a really good book. Do I think it's the best book on this list? I really don't know. I guess this is a case where I don't feel comfortable voting for a book that I didn't read yet, because I don't know that much about these, so I'm gonna vote for She Who Became the Sun, and we'll see what wins. I'm very interested. Okay, let's move on. Highly unlikely I've read these, but we'll see. Oh my god, Eve Brown! Oh my god! Okay, I did read that. Okay, I forgot these came out. Okay, wait, never mind. I apparently know what I'm doing. After Age, Eve Brown. Such a good book. I love that book. I read It Happened One Summer, and I did not like the love interest in that very much. He was alright to begin with, but by the end, he was just... I don't know. He was so stupid. Like, the third act conflict was seriously really, really, really stupid. And I did not like the language in that book because, not like they used poor language, but I just think it was stupid because the girl would, like, hug the guy and be like, I'm in the recharging station. Which is, like, it's supposed to be cute because, like, he's giving her a hug, right? So she's like, I feel better when you hold me. So I was like, okay. But she, like, they literally just kept talking about the recharging station over and over and over and over again for the rest of the book. It was like, I'm in the recharging station. I want her back in the recharging station. I was like, okay, all right. Do you have, like, do you not have thesauruses in this world? Like, what's going on here? The X-Talk I enjoyed. I think I gave that, like, 4 stars. That one was very polarizing. There were a lot of people who did not like that. I have not read The Heart Principle, but I have opinions about the Kiss Quotient, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, I want to read The Charm Offensive. Oh, I want to read The Dating Plan! I just got the 3rd book out from, my library. The Love Hypothesis. I have that on my TBR, just in general. Why is... Okay. People We Meet on Vacation should not be on this list. This was not a good book. Like, a lot of people seem to love it, and they, like, cried reading it, but oh my god, I hated that book so much. 1 star all around. Really did not like that book. That was a horrible experience. I cannot talk about that book. I will actually get mad. I'm just gonna link my Goodreads review. It says it all. I don't like that book. Alright, let's keep going. I think my screen recording stopped at some point. So, yes, out of all of these, I haven't read The Spanish Love Deception, so it really could be better. One last stop I read, I think I gave that like a 3.5 star, where I liked it. I didn't love it, but the ending really got me like emotional. And it wasn't like a classic like third act conflict thing, because there was kind of like a sci-fi element going on here. So I'm so surprised I have all these opinions in the romance genre. I need to vote against People We Meet on Vacation, so I am voting for actor A.G. Brown because I know that that one's good. And we're gonna move on. Sci-fi, let's do this. Song for the Wild Build. Again, this was my November TBR. I had no idea I was doing this. I read that. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was great. I gave it like 3 stars or something just to be nice. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about that one. Project Hail Mary. I also really liked The Echo Wife. I think I gave that like 4 stars. I really enjoyed that one. Project Hail Mary, though, was an easy 5 star. That one was so much fun. I loved that. My dad actually got me The Rabbits out from the library recently, so I do want to read that. Winter's Orbit, I've heard fantastic things about. I really want to read Girl 1. Oh my gosh, that sounds such, like, it sounds like such a good book. I really want to read that. A Desolation Called Peace? Okay, it's not like I've read the first one, but I'm excited about that series just in general. I just really want to read it. Okay, it's getting dark, so I'm gonna hurry this up. I'm gonna vote for Project Hail Mary, obviously. Such a good book. Okay. Horror? Have I read that much horror? Maybe People We Meet on Vacation? A Diary of Blood. Haven't read that, but want to. Oh, I did read This Thing Between Us. I actually just finished that last month. I don't think Final Girl Support Group was, like, that amazing. Okay, out of these, This Thing Between Us was very unsettling, so I think I'm gonna vote for that one because it did creep me out. So I'll give it that. All right, we're going real fast now. Just went through the humor category, and I don't know any of these books personally, so I'm gonna skip this category and move on to nonfiction. I wonder if Ace is on here. Ace was a good book. Let's see. I've heard of the Anthropocene reviewed and What Happened to You, but I haven't read them. Oh, Cultish is here. Haven't read that one yet either, but I know Noelle loves it, and she gave it to me for my birthday. Well, I'm going to skip this category also because I don't really know these books, and I don't need to vote against any books per se, so I'm going to skip that. Autobiography. Oh, Crying in H Mart. Such a good book. I got very emotional reading that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think we're voting for Crying in H Mart. That was such a great book, and Michelle Zauner deserves it. Okay. She's so good. Okay, history and biography? Do I even know this category? Apparently I don't read this genre at all. Okay, graphic novels and comics. Okay, I think I heard that The Adventure Zone actually got nominated. Oh, Extraordinary. Okay, we just finished our our read through of the Villains series. It's technically still going on, but I just finished the second book, Vengeful. So I have been looking for some more stuff to read, like the comics, which is exciting. Oh, that's not related to Sheets. Okay. Lord Olympus is here. Oh my gosh. I need to read that so bad. Beast Boy Loves Raven. Oh, my whole childhood. Okay, I'm voting for The Crystal Kingdom by The Adventure Zone. I was literally crying reading that book, and it was so good, and I think I have footage of me crying reading that in one of my vlogs, so yeah, I'm gonna vote for that. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. Oh my god, Mahogany Brown. I met her, actually, which is very cool. Mo Brown, she's very cool. Do I know these? I know Home is Not a Country is supposed to be good. I did not realize that these were all poetry. Okay, well, another genre that we're skipping, I suppose. Sorry, I don't have much to react to right now. Debut novel. Oh, okay. Spanish Love Deception is a debut, which is cool. Lost Apothecary, we're not going to talk about that. Not a good book. Firekeeper's Daughter, I want to read that so bad. We Are the Brennans is here again. The Push, Black Buck. She Who Became the Sun was a debut, that's true. Yes. Wow, a lot of great debut books. A lot of these are, I've heard fantastic things about a lot of these. Oh my god, The Gilded Ones. Okay, I didn't dislike The Gilded Ones as much as other people, shockingly. I actually thought it was still pretty good and pretty fun, so that's shocking. Okay, even though I haven't read it, this is just one that I really trust my friends and how much that they loved it, so I am going to vote for The Firekeeper's Daughter, because that's one that I'm very, very excited about. I'll be extremely disappointed if I don't like it, but I'm going to trust my friends that it's good. Okay, YA fiction, let's go. Okay, I've heard of these so far, but haven't read them. Oh, Last Night at the Telegraph Club! Okay, I buddy read that with Nicole Lee from Bon Bon Reads, and we had so much fun with it. It was such a good book. Oh my god, Ace of Spades! Also a great book. And Yoke! Oh, Yoke was very good. Oh, I really liked Yoke. That's crazy, because I think I gave Last Night at the Telegraph Club, I think I ended up giving it, a very high 4 stars, so I just rounded it to 5. I think Yoke I only gave, 4 stars, but I keep thinking about it, and I think maybe it really is more of a 5 star. Ace of Spades I really enjoyed, but I think it was so extremely hyped up that I wasn't really sure, what was going to really do it for me, to make this, such a fantastic book that was so hyped. So I'm going to vote for Yoke. I thought that was a fantastic book, and it was so well done. It did like a really good job of talking about mental illness and eating disorders, and I just loved it. It was such a good book and like a good story about like familial relationships for these two sisters in this very different, like almost the same age but very different stages of their life in a way. And also because they had like this Chinese heritage that kind of expects them to act differently than they actually do want to be in the States. So great. As I said, I did read The Gilded Ones, and I didn't think it was that bad, but I did think it was better than We Free the Stars, for sure, which was also part of the FANTASERIES book club. That series was really not doing it for me, but oh, The Ones We're Meant to Find and Lost in the Neverwoods. All things that I want to read, but I haven't. Okay, so once again, we are back to my November TBR, Iron Widow. Let's talk about it. I did not really like that book. So Iron Widow was like, I was really enjoying it until I wasn't, because it's supposed to be like a whole revenge plot, but I feel like that plot line gets resolved so fast, and then it just, like the whole story just goes in a completely different direction, and not really in a way that seems satisfying for the story we were promised. Oh, Laura's here? Okay, well, obviously we're voting against Lore, and we're voting against Iron Widow, and we're also voting against We Free the Stars. So what are we going to vote for, folks? Because I didn't think The Gilded Ones was like fantastic, but I didn't think it was bad. And I've heard some mixed things about Lost in the Neverwoods and The Ones We're Meant to Find, so I'm not sure if I want to vote for those. I really do like Holly Black's writing. I haven't read any Sabbath here. It feels wrong for me to vote for something I haven't read, but at the same time, I cannot not vote. Like, what if Lore wins? What if Lore wins? I guess, unpopular opinion, I'm gonna vote for The Gilded Ones. I thought it was still pretty fun, and I think if I was still truly like a young adult, I would have loved that book, even though I just thought it was like pretty good. Like, I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. I still think it's way better than the other books on that list that I have read and did not enjoy. So let's move on. Middle grade children. I think this is the last category. So let me see. I've heard of some of these so far. Root Magic I've heard fantastic things about. Oh, I really want to read A Wolf for a Spell. Oh, A Wolf for a Spell. That's a book with a creature's name in it. I can use that for my November TBR once again. Oh, great. Okay. I hope Amari is on here, because that was a great middle grade. Yes, Amari! Okay. I loved Amari. Amari was really fun. Okay, I'm going to vote for Amari. Out of these, I think that is the only one that I've actually read on this list. So it's time for voting. There we go. We've done it. Okay, is there anything else? I think we voted in all the categories. Wow, that did not take as long as I thought it was going to. Let's recap. Okay, fiction. I voted for Dial A for Aunties, and for mystery and thriller, I voted for Razorblade Tears, which I have not read. Then for historical fiction, I voted for Malibu Rising, which was really, really good. Fantasy, I voted for She Who Became the Sun, which I thought was pretty great. Romance, I voted for Actor Age Eve Brown, so that way People We Meet on Vacation doesn't win, because it shouldn't. Science fiction, I voted for Project Hail Mary. I loved that book. That one was so much fun. Oh my god, the characters in that, so fun. Horror, I voted for This Thing Between Us. Humor, I did not vote in at all, because I don't really know what's going on there. Same with nonfiction and memoir and autobiography. I voted for Crying in H Mart, which was a fantastic book. I loved that book. For history and biography, I did not vote. And for graphic novels and comics, I voted for The Crystal Kingdom, which is the 4th book in the Adventure Zone series. For poetry, I did not vote. But for a debut novel, I voted for The Firekeeper's Daughter, just because I trust people and I hope it's really, really good. Young adult fiction, I voted for Yoke. And for young adult fantasy, I voted for The Gilded Ones, shockingly. And lastly, for middle grades and children's books, I voted for Amari and the Night Brothers. So I think that basically wraps it up. That's everything that I have voted for. And it got so dark, so let me try to wrap this up very quickly. That's it. That's what I've done. I will live with the consequences. Really interested to see what's going to happen if we get to the second round and see if the choices that I've made here, maybe we haven't made them together, but maybe the choices that I've made here that you've witnessed will make it to the next round. I'm really curious about what's going to win. I really do wish there was kind of like a write-in option, but also I think that would have just taken a really long time for me to narrow down like which book do I vote for. Some of these are really, really hard to vote for because they're just things I haven't read, but I was actually really shocked that this year I actually did read enough to be able to vote in this round. So I'm quite proud of my reading this year. I did a good job of actually reading new releases instead of just a bunch of backlist stuff, so that's really cool. Again, Jay Kristoff, don't support him. I don't like him, but it's a free country, so do whatever you want, I guess. Oh my god, it's so dark now. I only have my ring light. The sun has completely set. And if you voted in the Goodreads Choice Awards, let me know what you voted for and maybe what you voted against. That's what I want to know. So once again, thank you so much to the sponsor of today's video, Ana Luisa. If you want to get your own beautiful jewelry for buy one and get one 60% off, make sure you go check them out. I have a link in my description, like right there at the top, so you can go click on that and go straight to their website and start shopping around for Black Friday. So I highly recommend it. And yeah, I think that's the end of my video. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to support me, you can subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you are always notified whenever I upload a video. And that's it for me. I'm Rachel. This is Let Me in the Library, and I will see you next time. Bye!